two men were planning to travel through the desert. Their car broke down halfway through the trip. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. David pulled out his phone. He found there was no signal. They checked their location on the map. They discovered they were in the middle of nowhere. The nearest town was 100 kilometers away. David started to panic. He felt the temperature was extremely hot. David wanted to go up the mountain to look for signal. Charlie decided to go with him. Charlie kept joking around. He didn't seem worried about their situation. The two men climbed up a hillside. Unfortunately, there was still no signal. Then David saw a car driving toward them. He immediately got up and ran down the hill to catch it. He accidentally slipped and rolled down the slope. David got up and kept running toward the road. He finally managed to flag down the car. David asked the old man in the car for help. The old man agreed to give them a ride to the nearby town. Just as David was getting their luggage into the car, Charlie stopped him. Charlie actually told the old man they didn't need help because their car wasn't really broken. Charlie had deliberately pulled out a wire. David thanked the old man and let him leave. After the old man left, David exploded with anger. He demanded to know why Charlie did this. Charlie wanted to create an opportunity to have a good conversation with David. Ever since David got married, the two brothers had been seeing each other less and less. Charlie told David to get in the car and decided to drive him home. But now the car really wouldn't start. The engine started smoking white smoke. David completely broke down when he saw this. He angrily threw away his crutch. The two men began giving each other the silent treatment. The next morning, a car finally passed by. Charlie happened to wake up at that moment. He quickly got out and asked the old man for help. The old man looked at them with some concern, but eventually drove away. Watching the car they had waited for drive further and further away, the two men started blaming each other. Charlie grabbed his backpack and prepared to leave. David picked up a rock and threw it at Charlie. It unexpectedly hit Charlie in the head. Charlie started bleeding from the blow. He charged at David. The two men got into a fight. David knocked Charlie down with his crutch. Then he sat on the ground to rest. He waited for a long time. Charlie didn't move at all. David went over to check on him. Charlie seemed to have stopped breathing. This terrified David. David sat on the ground in despair. He thought Charlie was really dead. David started digging a hole in the ground. He wanted to bury Charlie. As he was dragging Charlie to bury him, Charlie suddenly started coughing. This made David extremely excited. When Charlie sat up, he saw the hole David had dug. Charlie was stunned. He thought David was going to bury him alive. Charlie struggled to get away from David. He picked up a knife from the ground to keep David away. Charlie grabbed his backpack. He decided to cut ties with David. Then he turned around and left alone. That night, he lay down in it using the dirt to keep warm. Then Charlie appeared holding the knife. He had nowhere to go, so he came back. David didn't resist. Charlie ultimately couldn't bring himself to do it. The two men huddled together in the hole to keep warm. The next day, David checked the map. He found there seemed to be a village nearby. He helped Charlie, who had lost too much blood. They planned to head to that village. Finally, they found some abandoned huts. Suddenly, David's phone rang. There was actually signal here. The two men excitedly answered the phone. They finally got rescued.